Okay, so let's jump right in. We're going to talk about a dream, but not just any dream. We're talking about a profoundly vivid experience that really blurs the line between what's happening inside your head and what's real. It's an incredible story about healing, energy, and what feels like a genuine spiritual transmission.
And this quote right here, it just perfectly sets the tone. We're not talking about some gentle, fuzzy dream. We're talking about something the source calls mythic electricity. It frames this whole experience as a massive, powerful, energetic event. So keep that image in your mind, a surge, like lightning, as we go through this.
All right, let's get right into the dream itself. The story just drops us right in the middle of it all, no holding back. So picture this. The dream is set in Arizona, of all places. And the dreamer is there with Sai Baba, this legendary Indian saint famous for performing miracles. But here's the twist. In this vision, Sai Baba is sick. He's vulnerable. And that right there just cranks up the tension.
So you have to imagine this scene, right? There's a whole crowd of his devotees there, all their attention focused on their teacher. But then, out of all those people, Sai Baba looks directly at the dreamer. The energy of this entire spiritual gathering suddenly narrows down to this one incredibly personal moment.
And then he says this, "Only you can heal me." Wow. I mean, can you imagine? That's the line that kicks everything off. It's a command, a transfer of responsibility, and just a profound statement of trust coming from a saint.
And instantly, it's like a switch is flipped inside the dreamer. He describes it as this tremendous energy, like a divine voltage. He just puts his hands out towards Sai Baba, and this force starts pouring out, making the saint's entire body shake, not from sickness, but from the raw power of this energy.
But you have to understand, this wasn't just some weird electric jolt. It was deeply emotional. The dreamer talks about being totally soaked in this incredible wave of love. The source is really clear about this. It felt way more real than any normal dream.
So after an experience that intense, you've got to ask, what was that? What did it all mean? The story itself is just the beginning. Now we have to try and figure it out.
And this is the central question, isn't it? Was this just a random firing of neurons while he was asleep, a flicker of the subconscious, or was it something more? A genuine spiritual transmission, a real connection?
And this is where it gets really interesting. It turns out this whole event was actually foretold. 3 months before the dream, a healing instructor told him, point blank, "You will receive a great gift from Sai Baba." So the dream wasn't random at all. It was the fulfillment of a prophecy. It was the designated time and place for this gift to be delivered. Okay, so if we accept this was a real transmission, how in the world can we understand it? We're going to look at it through two very different lenses that you'll see actually fit together perfectly.
We're going to dive into the ancient spiritual technology of yoga, and then we're going to see what modern neuroscience has to say about experiences just like this one. Looking at it from both sides gives us a much richer picture of what might have happened. So first up, the yogic view. That healing act in the dream, it's a textbook description of something called Shaktipat. It's this core idea in yoga that spiritual energy, Shakti, can be directly passed from a teacher to a student to awaken their own potential. So this isn't some made-up fantasy. It's a known concept in a tradition that's thousands of years old.
And what about Sai Baba's body trembling from the energy? Well, from a yogic perspective, that points directly to a Kundalini awakening. This is described as this incredibly powerful, dormant energy that, when it's awakened, shoots up through the body's energy centers, the chakras, and can cause physical shaking, deep purification, and spiritual insight.
Okay, now let's flip the script and put on our neuroscience hat. That dream probably happened in what's called a theta brainwave state. This is the sweet spot for REM sleep, deep meditation, and, you guessed it, mystical experiences. That intense feeling of connection, that could be the brain's mirror neuron system going into overdrive. And that incredible feeling of cosmic love, well, that might be linked to the pineal gland, the third eye, releasing compounds that literally create feelings of bliss and unity.
And this is where it all clicks together so beautifully. We can actually map the specific sensations from the dream directly onto the chakra system. That feeling of spiritual vision and unity, that lines up perfectly with the crown chakra and the pineal gland. That overwhelming wave of love, that's the heart chakra. And that huge surge of power, that's the solar plexus chakra, the body's center of will and personal energy. See how it all connects? So, we've broken down this dream, but the point isn't just to observe it from a distance.
The whole idea is to invite you to participate. So now, let's talk about how you can tap into this kind of experience for yourself.
This is a simple but really powerful meditation called the Dragon Trial. All you do is sit quietly, breathe, and bring to mind a teacher, or anyone really, who inspires you. Then you imagine them saying those exact same words, "Only you can heal me." And then you just allow yourself to feel that energy rising from your gut, up through your heart, and flowing out from your hands. The goal is to just become a circuit for love, to send it and to receive it.
The Source leaves us with these powerful affirmations, and this is the first one. To be the dragon is to recognize your own inner fire, your own mythic potential. It's a metaphor for that untamed, powerful energy that's inside every one of us.
You are also the dreamer. This means you have the power to access these deep inner worlds, to find incredible insights, and to write new stories for yourself, just like the person in our story did. And finally, you are the healer. This is the big one. That same potential for transformation, that divine voltage, it isn't just for saints or special people. It's a current that can flow through you, right here, right now. It's your birthright. So we end on this question. The Source tells us that our dreams are like ancient scrolls, just filled with wisdom and endless possibility. Your inner world is a story that's waiting for you to write it. So after all this, what new chapter are you inspired to write in yours?